Hi, and welcome to the VisualRadioAssist guide on the AutomationLink. Let's say you want to connect track info from the track that's currently playing in mAirList to VisualRadioAssist server to create a scene with the track info title, artist, or covers. To do that, we can use the AutomationLink module from VisualRadioAssist server, a module that does what the name says, linking automations. Popular automations such as mAirList, Aaron, and OmniPlayer are integrations in the VisualRadioAssist server. To use such an integration, we go into our settings, check if the AutomationLink is enabled under General Install Modules, and next, go into our automation settings. Here we see that the AutomationLink integration text file is default set. AutomationLink integration to mAirList integration because we're using mAirList. After selecting the right AutomationLink integration, you see the AutomationLink integration steps you have to take to connect the automation to VisualRadioAssist server. In this case, we're going to zoom in on the mAirList integration, and for this we have to go into mAirList, Settings, Logging, and add a new HTTP post logging item. We go back to VisualRadioAssist server and copy the base URL. Go back to copy the HTTP post template and read that we have to set up a parameter. We paste the value we have just copied and save the logging item. If your logging item is not working later on in the process, you may have to check the tabs Options, Disable Off Error checkbox, and all the checkboxes of the item types you want to trigger in VisualRadioAssist. We've already done that, so we click on OK to save our settings in mAirList. Next we save our VisualRadioAssist settings and place on track in mAirList. We see that VisualRadioAssist server received the current track from mAirList successfully. Calvin Harris, Rack & Bowman and Giant. Click on Automate and we click through a playlist to trigger some tracks in VisualRadioAssist server. What we notice is that all the tracks that are being played in mAirList are being triggered in VisualRadioAssist server. And they are all being triggered as music items. Something we don't want because our cover assist module, clip assist module, or other modules that are dependent on the AutomationLink are all triggering and thinking it's music that you're playing. But in real, it can be a jingle, a music item such as a news item, a traffic item, an upcoming TOTA item. It's all possible that VisualRadioAssist receives these tracks and thinks it is a music item. To change this, we go into our settings, AutomationLink, and add a new music ID. Here we see we have to choose a music ID field. The fields we can choose are title, artist, item type ID, and comment. These fields synchronize with the selected AutomationLink integration, in my case mAirList. I want to check on the item type, because if I click on an item type music and view the details in my automation mAirList, I see that the type is always music by the tracks I want to trigger as music. So I go back to VisualRadioAssist server and fill in item type as the field selector and music as the value for that field. Next I check the output modules and by cover assist, clip assist and AutomationLink export to text. I want to activate all these modules when a music item is being played. So I check these boxes and click on OK. Next I delete the default all selector to prevent that all items I play in the automation are being triggered in VisualRadioAssist server. Click on Save and OK to apply the new settings. Next I play a track that is not a music item and check if this item is being triggered in VisualRadioAssist server. If my music ID is set up the right way, it must not be triggered as music. And it works. So the jingle is not being triggered and the new music item, Thunder, Imagine Dragons, is being triggered correctly in VisualRadioAssist server AutomationLink. This was a guide on the AutomationLink from VisualRadioAssist. Please check out the detailed steps in your AutomationLink settings in VisualRadioAssist server and the docs on docs.visualradioassist.live. I hope you have a nice automated and AutomationLink broadcast.